Hi, good evening, everyone. How are you doing? How are you guys doing? Great. So we're going to start with the session. Hi, everyone. Once again, my name is Rahil Zafar. I am an IELTS expert. I've been working with Leverage Edu for the last 1 year. I have been training students on IELTS for almost 6 years now. I'll be helping you out with some important tips and strategies in this session. Okay. So, before we begin this session, there are a couple of things I'd like to ask all of you. Can all of you quickly tell me, have you taken the IELTS exam before this, or is it the first time you would be appearing for the IELTS test? And is there anyone who has already registered for the IELTS exam? You can use the chat box um, to share your response. So, is there anyone who has taken the IELTS exam, or if you have registered for the IELTS, do let me know in the chat box, please. Right. So I see some students have recently joined. I'll ask you this question again. If there's anyone who has already taken the IELTS test, let me know in the chat box. If no, then we can continue with this session. So all those people who are watching me live, can you quickly type hi so that I can know, so that I know that you guys are here. Okay, perfect. Thank you. So we're going to start with this session now. So in today's session, we're going to talk about the reading module, and I'm going to give you some five. I'll give you five interesting hacks that will help you get your desired band score in the IELTS reading section. So by using these hacks, I'm pretty confident if you use them religiously, you'll definitely be able to get 8+ band in your reading section. Okay, so the first thing that we need to understand about the reading section is let me clear the basics. If you're someone who has not yet registered for the IELTS exam, or if you're planning to take the IELTS after a month or maybe 2 months, and you've just recently started your preparation, so you need to understand the basic information about this section first of all. So the reading section is going to be for an hour. You'll be given exactly 60 minutes to find out answers to 40 questions, right? And during this time, you'd be introduced to three passages if you're an academic student, and if you're a general test taker, you'll be given 4 to 5 passages. So you're supposed to answer these 40 questions within how many minutes? Within 60 minutes. Now, uh, Since it is a timed test, you'll not have a lot of time to think about what should be your answer. You'll have to use some tips and strategies. That's where we come into the picture. So we have been training students on IELTS for almost for a couple of years, and we have been giving students their desired band scores, and they've been achieving their desired band scores after taking training with us. So what we do in our classes is, our training methodology is as such that we help students get closer to the band score, in the IELTS exam, be it the listening module, reading module, writing, or maybe the speaking module. So, for more details and information about regarding this, I am going to share with all of you a toll-free number. You can get in touch with our counselors. They'll help you out with each and everything about it. Also, you have got a lot of videos, that you can watch on our YouTube channel. So you can subscribe to our channel and watch some interesting videos, not just about the reading section, but about different sections as well. For listening module, for example, how to score more than 8 band in the listening section. What are the tips and strategies you're going to follow? So there are a couple of videos that you can watch, and they're absolutely interesting videos, which will definitely help you in some or the other way. So yeah, I would highly recommend you to watch, to subscribe to our channel. Right. So talking about the reading section, since I already mentioned that it is going to be for 60 minutes and you're supposed to find out answers to 40 questions within those 60 minutes, you'll not be given extra time. So certainly you'll have to use some, you'll have to understand certain hacks that you can use in your actual test. All right, so let's start with this session now. So the first thing that I always tell my students is to not read the passage blindly. What do I mean by this? Some students have this habit of reading the passage before they read the questions. So instead of doing that, what you're supposed to do, you're supposed to read either the heading of the passage, try to predict what it is actually going to be about, right? And then you can go to the questions, and you can start underlining keywords, highlighting keywords, so that it becomes easy for you to locate your answer in those passages. So yeah, instead of starting with the passage, either read the heading of the passage, try to get a general idea of what it is actually going to be about. Then you can go to the question, then start looking for your answers. What will happen when you do this? You will save a lot of time. So appearing for the IELTS exam is actually not not just answering those 40 questions. It's more about how quickly can you answer those 40 questions, so that you can save some time to revise your answer at the end as well, right? So this will help you save time because the passage is going to be lengthy. Each and every passage is going to be somewhere between 800 and 1000 words. So yeah, you'll have to keep in mind that instead of reading the passage completely, read the question, then come to the passage to find out your answers. So the first hack is that we are not supposed to read the passage quickly. Like the whole passage has not to be is not supposed to be read by the by you guys. Okay. Another important fact about this thing is, why do we ask our students to not read the passage? Is, let's say in one passage you're given 13 questions, right? Now these 13 questions are going to be divided into two types of questions. Let's say the first set of question, from question number 1 to question number 7, you're given true false not given questions. And from question number 8 to question number 13, let's say some completion type of question has been given to you. So most likely what will happen is your first part of the passage would have answers to true false not given questions. Okay, so you would most likely find answers to true false not given questions in the first part of the passage, and in the later part of the passage you would find answers to your completion types of questions. Okay. However, I would still recommend you to start reading from the first paragraph itself, in order to find out where is the answer to the eighth question given to you, because that's a different set of question. After true false not given, you'll have to find out answers to fill in the blanks, those completion types of questions. But yes, chances are that you'll find the answers to those questions in the second part of the passage. So this is why the first thing is important, which is that you're supposed to not read the passage blindly. I would also recommend you to keep a pen and paper handy so that you can keep writing notes. There are a lot of things that I'll keep telling you, and just in case you want to, you're not able to understand anything, or you want to ask anything, you can quickly type your questions in the chat box. I can see. the chat box. I mean, this is a live chat box, so whatever questions you have, you can quickly type them. Okay. Moving on to the second, thing. Now, the second and the most important thing, which will help you out throughout your reading section, is your reading sub skills. So there are three reading sub skills, and they are basically skimming, scanning, and detailed reading. What are those? Skimming, scanning, and detailed reading. Okay, so you're supposed to use these reading sub skills throughout your reading section. In some types of questions, only skimming and detailed reading would help you find the answers. In some types of questions, scanning and detailed reading would help you find out the answers. So these are some hacks, because you're not allowed to, I mean, you're not supposed to read word for word, like word to word in the passage. Otherwise, you'll be wasting a lot of time. In this scenario, like during your reading section, you're going to use these three reading sub skills. What is skimming? I'll quickly tell you. So skimming is basically reading superficially in order to understand what is the gist of the paragraph or the whole passage. Scanning, on the other hand, is when you start looking for your this thing keywords. Now you must be wondering, what are keywords? Keywords are basically those words that will help you find out the correct location of your answer in the passage. Okay, these keywords could be categorized into, let's say, your proper nouns, your verbs, your adjectives. These are some of the keywords, basically parts of speech, right? So you're going to underline those keywords in the questions, and then when you go and try to find out these keywords in the, let's say, in the passage, then you're actually using this process of scanning. So this is what we are supposed to do. And then we have detailed reading. Wherever you're going to find out most of the keywords together, that's where you're going to read that particular paragraph or those lines in detail. That is detailed reading. Okay. So yeah, skimming, scanning, and detailed reading, that's the second hack. You're supposed to use these reading sub skills in order to get closer to your desired band score. And during our live classes, we make sure that our students understand each and everything. So yeah, if you want to be a part of our live sessions, where we conduct interactive classes, and these classes are going to be for 1.5 hours, right? So you can actually understand what type of training and what kind of methodology we use to train our students. Okay. We also have these demo sessions going on. So, in case any one of you is interested to attend our free demo sessions, do let me know in the chat box. Just send me your email address in the chat box. I will get my counselors message you or email you the links for these demo sessions as well. Okay. Now let's move on to the third point. Okay. What's the third point? Try not to leave any question unanswered. That's the third hack. Now some students think that, if you're not going to answer any question, we're anyways going to lose marks. But what if I tell you that you have a 50% chance of getting that answer correct if you make the best possible guess, right? So if you're going to make that best possible guess, chances are that your answer would be correct, right? So instead of leaving anything unanswered, leaving any question unanswered, what you're supposed to do, you're supposed to write something over there. Don't leave any answer, any question unanswered. You don't have to leave anything blank, okay? Because there is no negative marking, first of all. Secondly, you have a 50% chance of getting that answer correct, because by the time you would read all the questions and read the passage, no matter how much, but yes, you're going to read the passage, you'll have something in your mind that you would be able to write. So make the best possible guess. All right. So that's the third, and yeah, it's an important thing you should know, because you won't get anything, you won't lose anything by making a guess. So make sure you write something or the other. Let's say you found out answers to question number 1, 2, 3, 4, but you were not able to find out the answer to question number 5. You can move to question number 6. However, when you're done with all the questions, all 40 questions, whatever questions you have left unanswered, go back to the passage, try to guess those answers, and then write something over there instead of leaving it blank, which in that case you'll not get any scores, right? You'll not get 1 plus 1 or anything. But if you're going to write something over there, 50% chances are that you might get +1 over there, because each question carries 1 mark, right? So yeah, there are a couple of videos that we have uploaded on our YouTube channel. So for example, if you want to understand different types of questions in the reading module, there's an interesting video. One of our trainers has uploaded. Has given a lecture on that particular module. You can understand all the different types of questions in the reading section. So yeah, for that you can quickly subscribe to our channel and watch all those videos whenever you get time. Right. So yeah, the first step was don't read the passage blindly. Then second hack was skimming, scanning, and detailed reading. And now we're going to move on to the third one. We just finished the third one, which is that you're not supposed to leave any question unanswered. Right. Let's move on to the fourth hack. The fourth hack is an important thing, and this is actually something that you cannot miss out on. You're supposed to read all the instructions carefully. They will give you instructions such as write no more than 2 words and or a number. They'll give you instructions like write no more than 1 word. In that case, if you're going to write more than 1 word as your answer, you'd lose marks. Even though your second word is correct, you still not be still you're still not going to get 1 mark for that, because what happens over here is, if you're not going to adhere to the instructions, you don't follow the instructions. If it says 1 word, you have to write only 1 word over there. You cannot write more than 1 word. Not even those articles. Some students have this question, they keep asking this question. So what if I write a before that word? See, writing a or the or these articles, if these articles have already been given to you in the question, then there's no point. That's just going to be a repetition. Primarily, you have to focus on the instruction. If it says only 1 word, write only 1 word, no articles. Each and every word is counted, so you're not supposed to use articles also. So remember this thing, guys. Okay. So yeah, reading instructions is important. You also have to figure it out for yourself. What all types of instructions are given in the reading module. So there's this one instruction in the matching paragraph information question. They clearly mention that you may use any letter more than once, right? But for that, you'll have to again watch this video on our channel, where we've explained this thing of where we have actually explained how to go about matching paragraph information and matching headings types of questions. So these have certain instructions given over there. For example, you may use any letter more than once. They can also give you instructions like write no more than 3 words and slash or a number. So yeah, this is something that you'll have to keep in mind. You figure out how many, like, what are the possibilities of writing these questions. Right. Sure, Purti. I'll quickly do a recap of what we have done till now. So the first hack was don't read the passage blindly. Instead of reading the passage initially, go to the questions or read the heading of the passage and then start finding out, and then go to the question and come back to the passage. This is the first thing that I mentioned. Secondly, we talked about skimming and scanning. So these are some reading sub skills, even detailed reading. So skimming, scanning, and detailed reading are three reading sub skills that will help you in your reading section throughout. So you have to stick to these reading sub skills, right? When do we use skimming? When do we use scanning? When do we use detailed reading? When do we use two of these reading sub skills together, right? So for getting a detailed overview, or getting detailed instructions about these, you can watch some of our videos that we have uploaded on our YouTube channel. Plus, you also have an option of enrolling with us, where we are going to train you for so there are different batches available. You can enroll with us, and we're going to help you out with all these tips and strategies over there. The third hack was that you are not supposed to leave any question unanswered. So make sure you don't leave anything blank in your on your answer sheet. Even if you're taking the computer delivered test, make sure you write something instead of leaving it a blank. And yes, the fourth point, fourth hack that we were discussing was that you're supposed to read the instructions carefully. Moving on to the fifth one. So you have to take care of your spellings. Spellings would cost you, marks. Spellings and grammar. You also have to check grammar. How come grammar? So sometimes you may find that you'll be given a question where it needs where the answer has to be singular, But if you write plural form of that particular word, then you'd lose marks. Let's say this is the question given to you. He's working on a dash. So after on a dash, I can write down project, but I cannot write projects. It is going to be incorrect. So you'll have to take care of singular and plural form of those words. Okay. So please check your spellings. Please check singular and plural forms of those words. Also remember that you cannot use your existing knowledge. What do I mean by that? So some students do not know this thing, that the answers would be given to all of you in the passage itself. Whatever information, whatever answers are given, they're given to you in the passage itself, right? You cannot use words from your side or your existing knowledge. You cannot even make assumptions. What you're supposed to do, whatever information is given to you in the passage, you have to treat it as a as this question paper is going to be your bible. Treat it as a bible and find out answers from the question paper itself, from the passage itself. If it says computer over there, you have to write down computer over there. Okay, so make sure you do that. And yeah, this is something that you'll have to keep in mind. Spellings have to be kept on priority. You can use British spelling or American spelling, but do check your spellings. Okay, some students have this confusion. Do we use co? So for example, there are two spellings for color, right? color, colou. You can use both of them. I would highly recommend you to stick to the words or the spellings given to you in the passage. Just copy paste them if you're using, if you're taking the computer delivered test, and if you're taking the paper based test, make sure you write the exact spelling given to you in the passage, right? So take care of your spellings, and I'm sure once you start following all these hacks, you would definitely be able to get closer to your desired band score, right? So yeah, we have covered up these five interesting hacks that will guaranteed. I mean, they will definitely help you getting closer to your band score. If you have any doubts related to these things or anything that I've just explained, feel free to ask in the public chat. I would love to help you out with any kind of questions related to the reading module that you guys have. By the way, we also have our study abroad team who will definitely help you out with your shortlisting, with your SOPs and your LORs if you're planning to study abroad and you're planning to go for the January intake 2023 or September intake. Please make sure you get in touch with us. I will quickly let you know the toll free number that you can get over here. I'll just type in the public chat so you can get in touch with us. One of our executives, our team members will attend your calls and help you out with whatever doubts you have, right? Also, we have this leverage IELTS application that we have recently launched, so you can benefit a lot from that application because we keep posting questions of the days, and then question of the day. We also keep posting some important tips and strategies with our students over there. So it's like a community. So please make sure you download these applications if you are seriously interested in getting enrolled with us. Do call us on this number. I'm just typing out this number on on this public chat. Just give me a minute. Okay, you can call us on this number, and one of our team members would definitely help you out with all your queries, whatever queries you have related to your your higher studies or related to IELTS exam, anything. They'll definitely help you out with this. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel as well. Because we have uploaded a lot of interesting videos. You can watch videos from different trainers, and here are some interesting things that you won't find on any other channel. So make sure you subscribe to our channel as well. All right then. That's all from my side, guys. If you have any doubts, feel free to ask right now. Is reading difficult? See if you if you're someone who's not yet taken the even the mock test or anything, what you're supposed to do is figure out for yourself. Take those take at least one mock test and find out if it's actually difficult for you, because initially when you start anything, things will definitely seem difficult to you, right? And it's not just about the level of difficulty that you're going to get in your exam. It's about how well do you incorporate, how well do you use those tips and strategies that we're going to train you with. So using those tips and strategies, I'm sure everything is going to be a piece of cake for you. It's not going to be as difficult as it would appear to be for the first time. Some students also think that writing is difficult. So it depends on the perspective of the student, right? Reading is actually a skill where your comprehension would actually be tested. So for some students it might be difficult, but with practice and the tips and strategies that we're going to share with you, you'll definitely be able to ace it. Don't worry. All right, guys, do we have anything else? Would you like to ask any questions, not just about the reading section? If you have any questions about IELTS or about anything related to IELTS in whatever module, you can definitely ask me. No questions? All right, guys, and I wish you all the best. And don't forget to get in touch with us if you have any other doubts after the session. Right, guys, thank you for joining our live session. It was lovely interacting with you. Hope to see you soon, guys. Bye bye. Take care.